We are live.
Can anybody check there?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if we're live here. It's difficult to say. There's nothing showing here. It says we're still waiting for Horage. And we are.
We are live.
We're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. We showed up. We managed to figure it out once again.
Where are
Success.
our friends?
Yeah. Yeah. So
where are our friends? You know, I mean.
There we are.
There we are. They are our friends.
Yeah. This is for you, Arthur. Thanks for the notes and letting us know that you too also have such a friend as well. And so yeah, we managed to figure out the internet once again.
Yeah, that's very important. That's very important. Let me just move that computer here a little bit. And we just were tuning our lights here because honestly, I look a little bit pale.
Hasn't been a lot of sunshine for this guy. Actually, this week we've got sunshine, but we've been inside all week.
Need to get either beach or the powder slopes in Adelboden or wherever my season ticket works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are. Let's talk about what's up. Let me bring some slides here. And put myself here in the corner. I think everybody can see us. We talk about our new partnership, US Biathlon team, currently in Far East, Peking, damn cold there, lots of sun. And then we talk about Tourbillon 1 and Supersede, and we will talk about our new facility, which kept us a little bit busy, so we're moving around during production and during doing all these kind of things. So some things to show.
I just want to double check that we're hardwired into the internet here.
We are.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes,
just double checking before we get too much further.
No, I actually tested that before.
Okay.
And my tone and my sound is also good. Okay. Yeah, so let's get into that, I would say.
We are now working with the US Biathlon. It's been something that I've been wanting to do for quite a long time. You know, in my past, I worked in the textile industry and was a
former lawyer.
Former lawyer, yeah.
Let's make sure that we know the history. And we are thankful that you worked there, and it's a cool company. Yeah, and I worked there, and I got to know these people on a very personal basis, working with them, hearing their stories, and getting a better understanding of just the commitment that they have and just how talented they are at their sport. And I carried that with me. And then since I left the clothing industry, leaving Maloya and coming to work with Horage, I always wanted to work with them again. And this has been a project that's been in the works for quite some time. And finally, it worked out. And we've got a watch for them, a multiply watch, which came together rather quickly. In the end, the whole process, but the actual design and the things that we're doing with the team as far as enabling them to have the signature on the case back, also the biathlon logo on the case back, and helping them on their journey into future World Cups through sharing. There was a little bit of a back and forth, because of baking and stuff like that, you know. And luckily the people went, and I think it's very important that sports is once more something which brings people together, because at the end of the day, when people talk with each other and do sports together, that's probably much better than not talking to each other. Even some people think that probably might be the better thing to do, but I think it's better to talk to each other. So we have a super cool project, and I hope this will bring more amazing pictures. I actually was just digging out one of these promotional videos. It's this one. And I try something new just to see if it works actually. Desktop audio, and then when I switch that on and I switch that on, then
the finish line is crossed.
We should hear that. And afterwards we will check that. But these pictures are so amazing, it makes me want to also do that.
Yeah.
And I can only recommend that, and I know it's probably not that popular in the US,
How do you feel about bringing Maloya to the Olympic Games?
Yeah, I'm super proud.
In Europe.
Close contact, I guess we
and
really
we will talk a little bit about these people quickly. So I
the
recommend
team.
to go to YouTube, go type in US Biathlon
Walking into the
team
Maloya
and you'll find a
headquarters for
couple
the
of
first
videos.
time,
To
I knew right
enjoy
away
this
from looking
kind of
around
thing.
and seeing the people
Okay.
that this was a company we
Good.
would have an amazing partnership with.
Good, and I need to switch.
Just 2 days later, we were back at the Maloya headquarters in Bakken.
So, wait, I'm getting confused here.
Are we all right?
I'm
Turn
getting
off the sound there and pause it. Right over here. Get behind. Sorry, technical difficulties here again. There we are.
So now there we
did
are. There
it.
we are. Everything is good.
Everything's good. Okay.
So who are the people? Yeah, I think we should show that. Probably
make us a little bit smaller.
Get me out of the way here. So good. You can say a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I already mentioned the how and why this whole thing came about. You know, I worked with Maloya Clothing in the past, we're official clothing sponsor. Then Maloya is today still the official clothing sponsor of the US Biathlon, and I got to know president of the organization, many of the athletes, and also ski techs and everybody else. Actually, Fedi, the main ski tech, he's became a close friend and worked very closely with them. What was really great about the team is that they, really scraped by with whatever funding they could get. And honestly, they have to.
It's
battle
very
for
different.
sponsorship.
It's very different. I mean, in Europe or especially in Germany, a lot of government support is coming in. There's a lot of background from when you go in military, so you get sponsored and supported heavily in sports. And I think in America that's very different. So you really need to do the fundraising thing and need to make sure you get the money together. And it's not really everybody like in NHL throwing the money at something. So it's hard work, and we hope we can generate some income for them and enjoy this whole sport on a longer time period.
Yeah, and the team is, the two ladies up top there, Claire and Susan, they're veterans in the sport, and they will be retiring soon. So for them to be a part, to having gotten to know them and see them develop in their careers and all the different podium finishes that they have, and between them they have 10 podium finishes, to see them progress and to finally be able to reward them, help them out in some capacity is a great honor. And as you can see, you can select the laser etching on the back. Maybe Andy, you want to explain a little bit how that laser etching works? Because it is quite a special process as well.
Yeah, we are actually writing inside of the glass. We are writing through the glass, and then the backside, and there's this laser matting, so we don't need to open that watch or have any problem with that. And
so essentially, it's
there was some discussion why we do it like this, because we wanted to make sure that we have cost under control, but we want to customize it to the athletes. And the glass is the best way to put the signature of the athlete there, and that's what we do. And during the process of making the watches, and depending on how many people support it, we will probably adjust that a little bit and see how it looks in reality and what's the best thing to do.
Yeah, but it's a pretty interesting process because you actually, the case is closed, the watch is closed, and you laser in through that thing, and then it comes back up on the back side of the crystal. So it's not actually etched on the back side. It's completely smooth and it's done on the inside.
This technology actually comes from Lasea, a company which we also supply, a famous laser supplier, and we learned a lot from them, and they use this technology in medical industry to write into reagent glass, reagents glass, this kind of glass where you mix some stuff, and which you fill medicine inside. And that's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, to imagine that you can do a lot of stuff with femtosecond lasers. Should we look at it?
Yeah, we should probably look at it because it is
time for
a wrist check.
Time for a wrist check. So I'm switching into Blackmagic All back here. Then I press the next button here first.
And it's going.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one. And I need to have my, do you want me to have me on the right side, right side top?
Yeah.
Get rid of my ugly mouse here. And then I put that watch here. Yeah.
I got a little bit it's a little bit bright there right now.
Yeah.
So we just
now you see it.
You can really see the...
You see the cord?
Yeah.
That here, this pattern, actually inspired by a fresh, perfectly groomed slope, which I love most. You know, it's nearly as close as a riding powder. So, yeah, and the watch has this was we needed 2 prototypes to get the dial done. Basically, the rest is of course a multiplier like people know it from us.
Yeah, I have another one here.
Yeah, he has another one here. Give me that one.
Yeah. No, you just gotta bring it up a bit, Andy.
Yeah, I need to. That's a new position here.
So
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool product. I like it. Yeah. There was some discussion about the straight link, but we made that, originally also in order to make it look a little bit more light on this relatively short lux. And that's a cool thing. It's actually a large opening watch, and but it sits on the wrist, not like a large.
Hand up towards the
camera.
And back a bit there.
Back a bit there.
There we
are. It's not that easy, huh?
Yeah.
But we are getting there, and yeah, it's super nice. The elements of biathlon are easy to spot for everybody. You need to find the target. You need the race on cord. So, and it's white like the snow. Yeah, lovely product.
Yeah, and each one comes with a bracelet and also ships with 2 NATO straps as well.
Let's put it there also.
And so
switch here.
Yeah, put it down there, front and center. Do you mind just adjusting the time so we can see the power reserve a bit? I had it set up there.
Okay.
And
with my oily fingers, yeah.
There, now we can see some power reserve. Yeah.
Super cool power reserve indicator design. I like it very much. Getting a little bit closer. Huh?
Yeah. There we are.
Is that damn cool, huh? Look at that print. Look at it.
There's a lot of depth there.
Yeah, that's how you print. And you see this little bit, these angles here. Yeah. Pretty good, yeah. I have to say, our girls are experts in dials.
Yeah.
Having made a couple of million in the past 25 years, I guess, they know how to do that. It's an amazing project. I like it very much. And hopefully more people do that sport. Yeah, I think.
But I mean, this is just a catalyst. This is a starting off point, and we hope to work with the team in future seasons to come and continue to support them. And it's great to already see people taking part in it and getting behind the watch. And we had a few reviews already. If you go over to Hodinkee or to Monochrome, they put up reviews for us already, and it was nice to see the comments in there, and everybody very receptive to this, sort of underserved or under-published sport getting some real recognition.
Yeah, and our budgets are not big enough for sponsoring the big guys.
Yeah.
Because this in turn translates into expensive watches.
Yeah, exactly. If you do big sponsorships, you have to do really expensive watches.
Yeah, underdog sponsor. Yep. Underdog sponsor. Underdogs.
Yeah, we're having fun, and there's good people.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Is,
to me also.
Really good people.
Yeah.
So
good. I think we need to move on.
Yeah. Are we gonna go into an update, or should we go show everybody where we're living these days?
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. I see my CPU is a little bit under fire right now again.
Yeah.
No, that is the wrong guy here. So Face ID.
Or do you think we should let the computer breathe a little bit?
No, it's okay. I think I can probably close the.
So while Andy's doing that, I'll look at a few questions here. We got a few people saying a few things here in the chat. Of course, audio's good, Andy. So we made that. So that was my number one concern today about this video, is if we had good audio. Hi guys, can't believe that has been gorgeous. The weather has been so gorgeous the last couple of days, at least in Zurich, and it has been here too in Biel. It's been unbelievable, super nice weather here. And where does the heat gases go from basically from the laser if it's getting
there is no heat. That's why femtosecond laser. It's actually a cold pulsed laser, and that's why you use this technology. You use the same technology for eye surgery, with very, very low energy, and I'm not an expert in that, but I know a good friend actually. He has an eye laser company, and so he explains to me a little bit about that, and that's the advantage. So you also, when you do decoration, you do not have black, which you usually have when you do laser stuff and you clean it. So the more energy you induce, the more actually heat is dissipated somewhere, and you create black. But with femtosecond lasers, with this cold pulsed lasers, you don't have these problems.
Okay.
So at least that's what I'm told and what my technical understanding tells me.
Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. Let's see if there's anything else here. No, beautiful. I like the groom snow texture. Yeah,
that's it's amazing.
Yeah.
It was actually one of our designers. She's very actively skiing all the time. And then we are talking about what are the elements of this sport, and one of them is this, this feel on this groomed slope. When the P-tex, the stuff which is underneath the skis, when it glides over this groomed thing, which
first
is
thing in the morning,
corduroy, like my pants here, just in code. And I love it with snowboarding also. It's one of the best.
You used to race professionally, so
I was racing, so I know how hard they work for actually winning a medal or getting on the podium, or at least getting recognition and success. And making it to the Olympics is not such an easy thing. I mean, you need to dedicate your life to doing that.
Yeah, but it's the World Cups that are in between that are, as far as, in speaking to the athletes, that they say those are the most competitive. Every season they're taking part in 7 World Cup events. Yeah. And that's really where they prove their pedigree. So it's a fun project. We're going to do some more with it, but now
we walk through.
We do a little walkthrough. Are we on here?
We are. I will do on now.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Let me do this anti-boring image. Yeah. When I'm walking through, actually, I learned that I need to. Wait. Let me see the right thing.
Oh, anti-boring.
Yeah, the anti-boring thing.
Yeah, okay.
The anti-boring, something to look at while we are walking through, when the connection is not always perfectly fine. I have too much light here.
There you
that
go.
guy. So, good. The anti-boring setup.
Okay. I mean, we have a lot of help in here today.
Yes. So now we switch to the mobile camera. You get up.
I'll do this one.
Yeah, it already works.
I'll do this one, and you're gonna do the tour because you know everything is.
Okay.
Yeah?
I talk. You film. Good.
Okay.
And don't move too fast.
I will not.
Because
move too fast.
the less fast you move, the better the picture is. Okay. Yeah. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, we are here in our new facility. We forbid actually everybody who is working hard to go online right now. That's why Pascal has no job at the moment. He is doing usually engineering and working on Onshape. You need to double click when you want to follow me then, huh? Straight.
Okay.
Yeah. And do you see me?
Yeah.
So
we're good.
Basically, we have been in the other building. And now we moved everything over and need to do all the pipes and cables. That was actually Lorenz's job to finish that. He's new here. And you're getting your ass out of this office now, or what? And we have a little bit more spacious room, but basically the same idea. The engineering sits inside of our facility. We have learned that communication stops below 8 meters, so I'm counting to that blue table, and that's where people will not talk to Pascal anymore. So we really try to keep it dense, but much more sophisticated setup now. Here we do actually marrying hairsprings with with the balance wheel and also do the classing. Machine is not here right now.
I just brought it in. There was about $200,000 sitting in Jonas's car.
Yeah.
Machine it was important to bring it in.
That's actually, again, our quality control measurement place, incoming goods. Here is some lab equipment, and here is our press for setting the stones. We will get a couple of more of these flow boxes in order to clean the air more better, and we actually organize our whole inventory in a different way. What is different from last time is that we have our own room for regulation now. Why? Because, you know, when we use air blasts to clean some stuff off, we heard it too much on the equipment. So we got failures during measuring, and so we can lock that into this room. We didn't have a room before. Yeah, and that's the more dedicated area for, that's the place where Laurent is assembling the complete watches. So we are now pretty much completely set up from engineering and drawing to a finished watch being packed in that room and then goes out to the people. Yeah, our next job will be to get another facility, another place, because we have ordered that machine, which we talked about last time, the Hasegawa, and we need to find a place because we can't put that machine in here. In this place, it's too heavy. Otherwise, probably the gym underneath might have a problem finding a machine in the middle of a group of training people when it breaks through. So this will be the next thing to do. Yeah, and then we will have a concierge room, which we call it, a place where people will come in. We need to redo that, and people can come here, and then they will be able to check the watches, hang out, drink a coffee, and yeah.
Watch production in action.
Production in action, and that's the magic table where products, everything goes across that table, in and out and in and out. At the end of the day, for one movement, at least 2,000 times the parts go in and out in order to be able to complete one movement. All these process steps which we handle in-house. I think that should be good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, let's go back and see if something arrived. Yeah, it obviously arrived because the camera is still moving.
Okay.
Then I switch that off, and right. You can actually just stop that, because then we don't have so much, we don't spend so much bandwidth here.
Okay. So we're back in the studio.
Back in the studio means next slide.
Studio/marketing department. So
correct.
Basically, the room is marketing department, and everything else is there. Quite contrary to how the rest of the watch industry works.
It was that building, that place where nobody knew what we should do in there.
Yeah.
So we are getting banished in the fish tank.
Yeah.
But I think the sound is quite okay. It's not hall. Do you call it hall?
Yeah, echoey.
Echoey.
Yeah. So let us know if it does sound echoey. We'll try to make it better. But the last time we were on,
some eggshell stuff on egg packaging for the eggs, you know.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Who is talking? I'm talking now.
Yeah, you're talking in here. I have to.
I hear myself a little bit later.
Yeah. There we go. It's on mute now. So let's jump into the next details.
Yeah.
So
next stuff here. We'll make ourselves a little bit bigger again here. Tourbillon updates.
Yeah. Let's have a look at a Tourbillon.
Let's have a look at a Tourbillon Black Magic only. Let's have a look at it first. Or shall we look at both watches? Taking around.
Watches. I mean, it's fun to watch both.
Yeah, let's arrange that. Wait, Black Magic only. Take that beautiful watch away. You check if there is some kind of.
Yeah. Somebody had asked, why do you support US team instead of a Swiss team? You know, I'm actually a Canadian and he's a Bavarian, and we're living in Switzerland, and like I mentioned before, it's about people and who you know and who you get to know, and they're just a really good group of people, and I've worked with them closely in the past, and so I just want to help them out as much as we can. And so it's not about,
And
really which flag they fly under, it's about who they are as individuals.
You said that I'm a Bavarian, which is true, by the way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm a diehard European. And I think, and we are an international company in general. So we have a lot of people all over the world. And I love that shot.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
add another camera in there, Andy.
Ourselves here.
Yeah.
We should get ourselves
So talking
here.
is,
I mean, it's so nice that you could sit there, and when you have a shitty meeting, then you...
That's what Tourbillons are good for, is for long board meetings.
Long board meetings, yeah. You have a shitty meeting and then you just look at your watch and say, okay.
Yeah.
Continue. Yeah. I have not a problem with that. No, it's really nice. Yeah, I have to say. It's a little bit darker now. It's better.
So as far as the Tourbillon 1 update goes,
I need to go back to the slides here. Switch to screen and face. Things are moving so fast now. Huh?
It looks good because like screen and screen.
Yeah.
But it works.
What are we doing right now? We are actually, I think it's time for another thing here.
Yeah, we're crying a little bit.
I'm crying because we are delayed, and I hate that. I hate this shit, and this whole industry is kind of in the trenches because either they fire too many people during Corona or scrap their machines or whatever. But we are step by step now producing small batches to get stuff through production, which is not the best thing to do. You should produce in one shot. No, then someone else needs a part. So it's no fun at the moment to get things through production. And of course, I totally understand that people are asking and don't understand sometimes. And we are, the only thing I can do is we can inform you, keep you informed. And that's what we do. We have worked out a detailed timeline. Everybody will be informed who actually order the Tourbillon. And
I'm still waiting. We've calculated it's basically 72 days from basically start to finish, from starting to machine a part to it actually starting to ship. So in that I will have a detailed email. I've already started emailing some folks already, but anybody who's ordered an email will either get a response from myself or Celine. We're kind of splitting up the workload a little bit, and we'll go into details as far as when production starts, when assembly is, if it's going to cost or not, when final assembly control, and then the date that it'll ship on. So you have a much better picture than us just saying, hey, we're delayed again, because we had the situation, as Andy mentioned before, that we were having to do these things in these batches, and timelines kept getting stretched out.
We have most of the parts. It's just 2 parts.
It's 2 parts that we wait on for each watch, and there's 101 parts in those movements.
Yeah, and it's the most long-running parts on the machine. So get me that damn machine. Yeah. Marcus, he get home. Why is he going home? You should get this machine going. It's 6 o'clock. Okay, it's okay. They can go home. And so.
But we've solved things for future times. Is that we've invested in machines.
Yeah.
And we
have also put down a budget for a long-term investment for the next 4 years, continuous investment in manufacturing and being able to really control core manufacturing capabilities by ourselves. I know that we can do it because we've done it already last year with another machine in our project, and I have total 100% trust in the capability of our people. And if you don't know stuff, they will learn it. And that's why we hire people, by the way. We don't hire the people because they are already cool and know everything. We hire the people because they are willing to learn the hairy stuff. And that's what we are good at, I think. Doing the impossible was always kind of part of this company.
Okay. So what do we have?
Another look at the Tourbillon. Wait. Just for, people are here for looking at products and not our dumb stuff. Oh, that's the wrong camera here. Yeah. Just look at it.
Yeah.
It's just a damn good product. Nothing else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I never get bored looking at it.
Look at it from the rear. And you know, I mean, we do the finish by ourselves. It's really like
it's
a plate,
hand-brushed.
hand brushed, and you know, there are a lot of finishes. They do perlage and whatever kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, a perfect straight hand brush is really difficult because you see the problems. You cannot gloss over stuff like Côte de Genève or things like this. You see that when you do a straight brush. And and that's done here in that house. In the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay, I think time for the next slide because we are halfway through.
We're halfway through, and we should get into some Supersede, I think, is up next.
Yes. Let's get this here. So we need a screen and face, huh?
Yeah, there we are.
There we are. Supersede. Yeah, I want to introduce actually some new guys in our lineup of happy gifting. I don't know if anybody knows those guys.
I'm sure there's a few. If you know those guys, let us know in the comment. Tell us what you think their names are. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, this was part of
It's a little bit black humor stuff.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah.
Simpsons are nice compared to that.
Yes. Yeah. So I introduced Andy to these guys.
And I'm laughing my ass off whenever I see that. Stinky Sock Mountain, yeah?
Yeah, Stinky Sock Mountain.
Stinky Sock Mountain is really, it is an incredible stuff. So, yeah, enough laughing here. Supersede, yeah, we are happy. That's why we have shown these two guys.
Yeah.
New prototype case has been coming just in, and we are getting better and better. Optimized basal profile, as we said. And hands are in production. There's a big problem with hands. Somehow the supplier in Korea, these are hands which we make in Korea. A very good hands company, have been there several times. Perfectly good on diamond cutting, specialized on that process. Don't buy any other stuff from them, but that's the right thing. But this caused some delay during Corona times.
We have some
questions.
We got some good questions come up. So first of all, Chris, I will email you immediately after this live stream. Okay, I'll get back to you. As far as it's 200 meters written on the back.
That's the next job
and
of
this
Marcus.
is the next challenge. And so the goal is to reach 200 meters, but right now we're at 100 meters. And we want to get to 200 meters. This is Marcus's next step in engineering.
You need to do some simulation and figure out what is exactly the shape we need to actually withstand that pressure. And then we go fishing in Lake Como.
Yeah, we gotta take that deep sea fishing, or we go to an island somewhere.
We put it down 200 meters.
Somewhere tropical.
Nothing better than reality.
Yeah.
And probably should I show a little bit?
Yeah, let's have a little.
We want to have a comparison of that case.
Yeah.
To that people know what it is about. No, not yet here.
Hey, somebody got it. Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. Yeah. Let's have a look at what we are looking right now when it comes to the difference in the case details. Get rid of that beauty here. So we have actually a new case profile. So I need to figure out this. So we're looking at this side first. I just put it together. The system doesn't know where to zoom to.
It's just because it's so shiny there.
Oh,
there we go. That looks good.
So the new one is in the bottom, and the old one, or the first one, was on top. So you see already on the bottom one that these side flanks, I didn't have how do you tweezers? Tweezers. Yeah. So you see that these walls here are much more defined. They were a little bit too thin. This is a tolerance issue. So we are pretty happy with that now. That looks pretty good. We have the torque screws here in already. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit further. Yeah, here.
And you can also see the bezel detail being much more defined on the bezel detail too.
It is dirty, I'm sorry.
Yes, but hey, working prototypes.
Ja, in Deutsch ist wo gearbeitet wird, fallen Späne.
Okay.
You know, where you're sawing some stuff.
The saw is good.
Yeah, good. We are not a clinical company here. That's a very good result, I think, and we.
You can really see here, Andy, into the hole. We should put something up there too. But we have more material to work with.
More material, less risk of distortion, more defined, more clear. Mm-hmm. So that's the target what we want to have. Very difficult, by the way. Supplier is crying, and here you see much better lines, also much better definition. We worked a little bit on the thickness of the crown. We needed to make it. What? I'm not there.
Talking,
forgive me.
Yeah.
I know the watch is only half nice when I'm not in the picture. It is. We are working on a little bit on the proportions of this crown protector in order to get things right. So you see definitely small details, but these differences are important, and we need to consider a lot of production things. So you see this bottom side here also is now much better. Also supplier is more happy because he can do things in a better way, but we will do further investigation on the details of this side, because we want to also see how it is when there is no cutout on the side.
Yeah, just clean the dust off there on the.
Clean the dust off.
Look at that.
Where is this dust removal?
It's somewhere around
the
here.
air blaster. Okay.
But that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's and you see on much better crispiness of this bezel.
Of the bezel. And so we went a little bit too deep on this prototype into it, but we're gonna meet somewhere halfway between this one and the previous version of it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think we are.
Keep in mind prototype hands, so there's some.
We just put together. It was the old stuff actually put in the new case to make sure we can put it on and get the feeling and.
So we have a few questions here. Bezel looks good. All right. Is it still a 904L? Yes. And new bezel looks much smoother. Still under 10 millimeters. Yes. So it is. Still the original dimensions.
Same dimension. Yeah. It's just really the biggest challenge is this crown protector thing now, because we are facing some challenges during production, and we would like to make it as easy as possible for the supplier. And we are looking into all options, also from looks point of view. We have some difficulties to polish that. We do not want to have it too roundish, so we are thinking of also a removable, so something which is attached, actually a crown protector. Most of the companies need to do that, depending on the design, and it might produce a much better crispiness.
Well, we have a drawing that we've been working on, and we can show what that's.
Besides that, so that is one thing, and the other thing is, let's look into that drawing. Yeah, we are also looking.
Is that live now? Yeah.
No, wait. You're right. We can also do that, the double thing, the triple thing.
Just fix the triple thing, and just fix the focus on the watch there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit soft.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So what we also look at is how does that case look like when there is not these cutouts, because perhaps we have the feeling that it's a little bit noisy, There's a lot going on the watch, and I think we should definitely make another prototype And then look at the overall concept. How does it come together with what we want to have from look and feel? I have to agree with our boss that she thinks that perhaps the side cutout, especially on the side of the crown protector, makes things a little bit too noisy.
Yeah, a bit busy.
Yeah, a bit busy. So we still have a couple of months to go. So that's the interesting part of this whole design process. You know, you can do stuff in 3D and so on, but at the end of the day, you need to put it in the metal. You need to look at it for a couple of weeks. You think about it, you put it in a drawer, then you don't look at it for a couple of weeks. You take it out again and say, Then you talk to people like our community, and we will get the best result, I guess. And I have to say, I was a promoter of this groove cutout, but I have to accept that probably the judgment of the pros is right.
Yeah, so can you just point out on there with the mouse so everybody knows where we're at?
Here,
also
here. These kind of things here, these cutouts, there are a couple of lines coming together when we see it on the watches, which are actually very difficult to control also during production, and it makes it just a little bit busy. And you can't polish something which is deep down and so narrow, so you have to matte it. But how do you transition from a matte into a glossy polished finish? It's actually not possible.
Yeah.
So this is something which keeps us a little bit busy thinking about it. And we, all options open. We will put that in the metal and have a look at it.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the crown guards we're looking at them being separated pieces. Yeah. To better polish, to better finish them. Yes. Get it in more clear, more defined. That is super important for the look and feel, and we will choose the best possible solution. And the crown as well, playing with the proportions a little bit more as well on the crown.
We want to see that thing again.
Just to bring it in, just correct. Yeah, we don't have a
just a small one,
Yeah.
No, buckle is gone somewhere.
So there we are. So that's a transatlantic blue, with the red strap. Where are we at here?
I think just a wrist shot, you know, for the sake of.
I'm gonna check to see if there's any more questions here. Any questions, anybody? Just feel free to write them in here. We'll answer them. Sue's also in here typing. Oh, someone is asking about. Hold on a sec. Late to the ordering process for the Tourbillon. Maybe you can send us a note. There's a very long list of people that would like to be part in case anybody cancels an order, but at this stage I don't foresee much chance of anybody getting a Tourbillon, but who knows, maybe there'll be a future project in future times around that movement. Also, curiosity, what machines are you waiting for? A 5-axis CNC?
No, 3-axis, but with a robot.
With a robot.
I told our guys, the more robots, the less they need to work, the more they can go write powder.
And the more watches get produced.
Yeah. I forgot that. I think it's just very, very nice.
And Peter is saying, so the 24 hand is slave to the home time. Is the date wheel slave to the home too?
You know that. Yeah,
so basically the 24-hour hand is slave to the home time, and the local time is moving with the date, but you can adjust in adjusting the home time, you can just turn the crown opposite direction to set the date independently as well. So that's that question. So where are we looking at now? Case lines are a bit soft. Any expected improvements there? So we're working on those, and that's number one focus for Sue and our designers is to make sure we get those as crisp as possible and make sure that they're looking as everybody expects them to be. Anything you want to add there?
Yeah, you need jigs. I mean, for polishing stuff in the prototyping stage, usually you still have freehand stuff until everything is finished, and then you need a jigs and fixture to hold actually during polish, and then you get this crisp finish. That's, I think, the biggest advantage for a larger scale manufacturer.
So you're saying gray dial update was not shown in the last 2 lives. Thank you. So we are in the process of re-prototyping, so building out new watches, and we have new dial colors. They're not in here right now because Andy and I would get dust all over them. And so as soon as we are able to have those in cases, we'll show them, and we'll also show the gray case as well for you guys. Again, a great dial for you then too. So what other ones are we looking at? Are you having some of the case polished and other parts brushed?
Yes.
Yes, it's so definitely there's a lot of brush sections along with polish sections, and making sure that those things are defined. A lot of matte as well in between, sort of the the cutouts in the bezel. So there's a lot of detail built into this watch. And as you're looking at the strap, you'll notice a few little nicks in here on the side.
Yeah,
this is
3D printed stuff.
Is just a quick 3D printed thing, so you have an idea of what it's going to look with. And we also have an idea in this prototyping stage what it looks like as well. What other ones do we have in here? Let's talk Lume. Yeah, the Lume is
everything you can get.
Everything you can get. So we got two different looms that we're utilizing in here. It is it's A grade and
yes, of course,
X1 as well. And we need to do the 2 different versions of it because something like the 24-hour indicator would. What are you doing, Andy?
Deep fill.
Deep fill.
Feel.
Okay. So something like the 24-hour indicator is actually a colored loom, and it also needs to glow green to match the green of the other loom. And to do that, you need to use 2 different powers, and that's what we're utilizing in there. And it's coming from just down the road here in Biel, just
300 meters.
300 meters away.
Xenoprint. Yeah. Cool technology. Nice guys.
I'm just looking at comments here. So I think that's it. So dial colors for the second order of Supersede, we will have, at this point, we'll have the white, so the 12 o'clock. We'll also have transatlantic blue, the atoll, and we are showing the boreal green, so the 4 options.
Atoll is still a little bit a matter of discussion right now.
Yeah, I mean, because atoll is the hardest color for
us. Yeah, because atoll is how much do you get into the green? Because atoll blue green is a very hard transition, and it is super hard to find the way through that thing. Because you can't just send a Pantone thing to the factory and say that's how it should look like, because the underground finish, the degree of graining, all that changes the color instantly, and we will choose the nicest one.
Yep.
So that's
the way it is. Anything else? What are other slides here, Andy?
We are getting lost here. We have been walking through already.
We already went through, so we showed you everything there.
So we are actually pretty well through the whole exercise in just 1848. Looks good. We have done that already. Let's get back to enjoy the ticking stuff again.
Yeah, and Supersede. Pre-order is going to start again end of March. That's how we're doing right now. We haven't finalized a date right now exactly. We're waiting on these finalized prototypes to be ready to show some more details. I shouldn't say finalized because they are going to be second level prototypes, and at that time.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Can't get enough. Where are we? Here.
We're right there.
Lots of work, motivated team, new facility, hopefully successful Olympics finished, and we hope that some more people support that. We got already orders for that, and that we can get this biathlon watch. Let's join that beauty here.
Yeah, let's have a look at it again.
Yeah.
As we mentioned before already, I saw somebody make a comment about the rotor material. We're still working through that, and we're still prototyping. So this is something that we will be able to go into more detail on as we get nearer to summer, because there's just a lot of work with that. It has to do with the rewinding efficiency, and changing rotor material it's a lot of re-engineering as well. So it's not so simple as just, oh, we want gold today and tungsten tomorrow and everything's cool. You know, it's you have to re-engineer a lot.
Good.
So
nice.
Yeah,
I think it's a good end picture.
It's a good end picture. And it was great that everybody joined today. And of course, as I mentioned before, Chris, you're in the comments. I'm going to email you right after we get off the live stream here. And anybody who has any questions, feel free to reach out to us anytime. Andy and I will be back in another 10 days, 2 weeks time.
Roughly.
And we'll be getting the forum going again as we get into the time of Supersede and the pre-order run up to there. So there'll be a lot of updates to come, and we'll involve you a lot more, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the next equipment that we get for this studio? Actually, we have everything.
Maybe
I just wish more cameras. More cameras.
Better
Better cameras. I can't get enough of the cameras.
Yeah.
You can never have enough cameras. I found that out.
Maybe another monitor.
No, I think we need a HDMI broadcast kind of thing to get a more stable picture on the phone, because this goes to the network, and I think that's a little bit. We have to check the live.
Yeah, and let us know what your thoughts are on it, how we could improve it. Other things you want to see. We've talked about other things that we could talk about as far as watches go.
I think we should take out the topic. Next time, each time we should take out the topic where we assemble one type of thing and how is it made. I would like to do that.
I would love to do that as well. I mean, there's so many things that we can go into detail on.
Yeah.
And do a deep dive into a tech special per se. Yeah.
Good.
Jonas and the team in here.
Then we stop the broadcast.
All right, guys. Thank you.